Hello everybody and welcome to the Learn Dota 2 League Season 14. Don't believe that ticket, it's a lie. Week 1, today, we've got the Grim Adventures of Matty and the Boys, which really should be the Grim Adventures of Boys and Matty. I mean, it just flows so much better. Taking on GRaffe Laboratory, we got an IO ban, we got a Tusk ban, we got Rye, who some of you may remember from helping us out in the 82L casts.
Make sure you dab on the corpses of your enemies.
And of course, we got your girlfriend's favorite Dota 2 player, we got Ocelot.
I'm everybody's favorite.
No IO and no Undying. Very interesting. Very much targeted probably towards Cobless on that enemy, on that GRaffe Laboratory team.
Tusk, what, is he like a comfort pick ban, or...?
Why would they ever ban Tusk? Explain. I mean, I know he can be good in the hands of a correct player, or I guess a decent player.
He does
yeah,
combo
that Marcy
really well,
right
though.
there, letting that hero through, oof. You guys are doing some insane drugs.
The answer is because Cranberry Sprite is this team's mid, and Cranberry likes to do Tusk mid.
Tusk is surprisingly strong, but I will say, as someone who's tried to pick him up in the past, he's not a hero you just casually pick up, you know? It takes a bit of practice, takes a lot of know-how, and
takes a bit of
good
Grimstroke.
combos. Yeah, actually,
Bros,
Grimstroke is...
Are we not going to point out that these dudes literally let these guys have a first phase Marcy, literally the most broken hero in this patch right now? Like, can we harp on this?
Yeah, a bit. I'm allowing it.
I mean, we've had Marcy as the first pick in basically every game so far. Amazingly, I don't think first pick Marcy has actually won yet, so there is that.
Funny how a character that died in like the last season of the anime is like the most OP in this current patch.
Shoutouts to all the people who haven't finished watching the anime yet.
They say there was a man from a foreign land that pumped a lot of money into getting this hero in this game. I don't know how canon that is to the actual story, but someone really wanted this hero to be good. And damn,
strictly speaking, I'm just gonna say
good.
this: there's a lot of oil barons that have whale accounts on this game.
It's true, including Viper.
I knew it.
Wonder if this is going to be one of those support Viper games. I know people are trying to do that right now. I don't know how long that phenomenon is going to last, but you know.
I feel like he's more of almost a core. He's weird. He can't. I don't think he can really pull pause one, but he can't really do support fully. I don't believe.
Maybe people are just trying him support, maybe because of the axe change. I don't really know.
I think it's because he needs so many items, being that his base kit is so, you know. I wouldn't exactly call it advanced.
Then the mid, max Q, that's the way to go. Not too many heroes can contest this guy when you're maxing Q. I mean, it's a nightmare. Have you ever tried raiding against a Viper?
Yeah.
Well, I tell you one hero
against Vipers in every patch, and they are always horrible.
I tell you who's somebody who's pretty decent at getting rid of the Viper is the Grimstroke. That silence really sucks ass for Viper to deal with.
Yeah, because the damage tick on that I don't believe is attributed to Grimstroke himself. I think it's attributed to his little minion.
Nope, it is attributed to the minion. Minion doesn't take corrosive skin damage. You have to sit there and get rid of that shit, and early on in the game, your attack speed ain't that great, so you're just sitting in like half a minute getting that stupid ass thing off of you.
Yeah,
it ain't good.
The downside
doing
is
no
that
damage at
thing
that time.
is easy gold, though, if he's got the attack speed for it. And Vipers don't typically build that in lane, but if his lane mate's paying attention, which he's gonna have to be, it might be a problem if Grim's going to be laning against Viper. Speaking of potential cores here, we got a Void ban.
Yep, we got a Faceless Void ban, we got a Slark ban, we got a Juggernaut ban. Faceless Void has been somebody that's kind of been on and off in this meta, I feel like, you know.
Guys, why is Bounty Hunter banned?
Why is Bounty Hunter banned?
If
Because
I had to
that's,
guess, another comfort pick, I'm guessing.
yeah, that's
Comfort pick,
GRaffe's main hero.
There's too many in-league bans. For me,
I mean,
man.
hey.
I've got to say, Hunter is cool, and yes, he can get out of control with the Aghanims, but bro, just buy dust.
True, but I will say this, though. Know thy enemy, and if you know what they're going to pick, you need to get rid of it.
I mean, I can tell you this much. If we're going to be picking a squishy line, it doesn't matter if you can see the Bounty Hunter, if he can just kill you anyway.
Well, that's what good warding and proper usage of detection will get you in this game.
Should I repeat what I just said, or what?
It does not matter if he's approaching you, okay, is what you said. But what I'm telling you is if you can see him approaching you a mile away, you can get a couple of heroes in there, and you could jump that little sucker.
That's ambitious.
Yeah, it ain't the easiest thing to do against a bounty hunter, I'll tell you that much. Very easy to die while trying to ward against that guy, if he's playing it right. No Clinks either, by the way, fuck Clinks. Seen a lot of Clinks in LTL so far.
Yeah, Bounty's definitely one of those heroes that just gets in your head, and once you've gotten off your own game, then he just focuses on you like a predator.
I think you guys have just had some bad experiences with the hunter, and I think I've just had some tremendous ones owning him.
Also, nobody likes to be the guy sitting there and lane against bounty hunter when he's like a support bounty hunter. He just keeps fucking scratching your core's back, putting him at that disadvantage. We got Warlock here.
Warlock too, yow.
This is a phenomenal hero. I agree with this pick.
If I'm not mistaken, doesn't Soulbind double up on the cast of Fatal Bond and like link them together?
10 seconds.
Believe so, yeah.
That is a terrifying concept.
Yep. I mean, even without that combo aside, this hero has everything you need. He's got the heal. He's got the damage amplification. He's got the team fight ulti.
Yeah, the team fight. Don't sell his upheaval. I have won games where I literally maxed upheaval first, sat in trees, and just watched this enemy team can't do dick to hit me. Anani can back me up on this one. He was in that game.
Yeah, you can if you're laning with a nasty type. If you're like doing a Warlock 4 situation especially, but if you're laning with somebody nasty, laning with like a Jug or something, then that upheaval can be some bad juju really fast.
3 ticks of upheaval is enough to get you killed with a Juggernaut. And God forbid an Ursa.
So far, though, I'm not seeing enough melee heroes to make the upheaval scare me that much.
That's true. That's true.
Just the hero itself just has a lot of strong things in his kit.
Do you think that might be to try and catch Marcy? Between Upheaval and Dawnbreaker's ult, you could be able to catch her.
It's not catching Marcy. She'll stun you with the gap closer.
Maybe that's why they got Grimstroke, though, to try and lock her down, maybe, because that Phantom Silence, if she can't hit her ult, is really tough for her to remove a solo.
Yeah, that's true. Marcy's attack speed without the ult is just god-awful, so... Omni Knight.
Speaking of god-awful...
Omni Knight loves the god, but it's not the best one ever. I mean, it's just some
I don't know about this guy.
Yeah, no, I've never been big on Omni picks.
It's not that. It's that the amplification that he can grant his teammates is good and all, but the problem is that they just don't have a lot of stuff that's good to purge, if that makes sense. It's like, it's good, but you're going to get caught up in the mix trying to help your team.
You can get rid of the DOT, you can't purge the Phantom, you can get rid of the stun from Grimstroke's Inkswell, and I think, I don't know if you can actually properly purge Upheaval. I think it just resets the stacks on you if you're in it.
Okay, this is why they picked Omni Knight.
Oh god. Okay, alright, that's a declaration of war.
If we have any drafting skills here on the Dire, we are getting some ranged heroes. Or an Ursa.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah. Honestly, if I were the guy on Warlock, I think I would have preferred Earthshaker personally. Just a matter of preference.
I still think Warlock owns here. I just think we need something to contest this CK. PL is good, but PL is going to need time. CK does not need nearly as much time as PL, but if PL gets that window of like maybe 30 minutes without getting crushed, PL definitely just shreds their whole team, man. They don't really have that great of counters to the PL. You would think with the Marcy Viper, they would be able to deal with the illusions, but if the illusions get enough tank on them, dude, oh my god, he's just going to go nuts.
Yeah, if Viper in particular is somebody who doesn't want to be fighting a Phantom Lancer. I mean, in theory, if you can get him to stand on your Viper goo at all times somehow, then it's not that bad.
All of his illusions pop.
But the problem is that if the PL illusions start beating you up, it doesn't matter if you can tank them, you'll be out of mana really fast. And, you know, I always talk about, hey, what's big green and does no damage? Silence Viper. A mana-free Viper is just the same.
You know, speaking of mana-free, something very much not mana-free just got banned over there. We just lost the potential for Leshrac in this game. As someone who's a back-pocket Leshrac picker who can turn the tide of war, I find that insulting.
We need something strong here for the Dire to round out this comp. So, we need a mid laner, right? And we want a mid laner that wants to go in using the ink swell and the potential of the backline support, right? Give
Surely
me a Tiny,
it's not
man.
a...
Get me Tiny. Tiny is who they need. You would not believe that Tiny is good here, but I think
actually,
Tiny
do you think
with
Kunkka
a
could
blink,
work?
or Kunkka, yes. We need a big strength hero that likes to cast
Kunkka
spells.
could really, really fuck over Chaos Knight, and actually fuck over Marcy, too. X
I
marks
think
the spot is something she can't really easily deal with on her own.
Tiny, a Kunkka, maybe, heck, I don't have the roster in front of me,
Tiny,
but...
Kunkka, no, we can't afford to take Disruptor at this point. They got too many supports.
Nah, like I said, I think we need some kind of big strength hero, man. Someone that wants to go in before PL to allow him to get the illusions racked
Mars
up.
could do it, but that man's been nerfed every patch.
Mars could be pretty good here too, but Mars would turn into a lockdown situation. We preferably want someone that's going to scale it well. Granny would be good here. I say Granny would go nuts.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Snapfire as a hero, but I will relent that she's not the Axe.
Axe attacks. It's gonna be Viper mid here on GRaffe Laboratory.
We are casting spells and going full Mongoloid.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Axe is a pick that I think was entirely designed to mess with Phantom Lancer, but no, actually no, he can really mess up Warlock too, pretty badly.
This is going to be an interesting fight dynamic for GRaffe Laboratory. They have a lot of weird ways to approach fights, just given where they decide to slot people. Not in priority order, but Lena, yep. Not in priority.
I feel like I've got brain rot. Not even a patch ago, half of these picks are just like, what the hell are you doing?
Like Lena in theory, but they have way too many heroes that want to go forward and cast spells.
Yeah, they just picked Lena. They just picked Lena to try and win mid against Viper, because that's the rap in LD2L is pick Lena to counter Viper in lane.
I don't think I'm a fan of.
You know what? I also forgot to mention the Grand Magus himself. Rubik would have been good here. Invoker.
Oh, you will. Yeah, well, Invoker's an obvious pick. Realistically speaking, Invoker's best suited mid, but because of his skill set, he can just about go anywhere except jungle, sort of.
Would be funny though.
Yeah, I've actually seen a jungle Invoker in about 2019. It was some like low exhort. Double into Quas Wex, and you can just do some weird bullshit with Sonic Boom to stack camps really well.
I can tell you this much: the Omni Knight and the Omni Knight's personal performance is going to mean a lot in this game. You can tell that both Chaos Knight and Axe are basically going to be expecting a lot out of him. I mean, what are these two really looking for? They're both looking for give me close to the other guy, and then just give me that big pure damage bomb right on top of their heads. Give me that ult, get me out of here. You know, it's not very often when you can say that a probable support here, which I'm going to say more than likely seeing support Omni here. It's not often that you're going to be saying, this game is going to be very dependent on how the support plays, but this game, it's definitely going to be very dependent on how the support plays. It's going to be dependent on how Marcy's able to get things done here.
I like the choice of Fountain Image.
I've got to say, man, if you think with the Dyer's comp that retreating is a good option, they're going to lose if they ever think that way. Between the GA, the Phantasm, Axe's Call, and Marcy's just crazy whatever the heck she wants to do, they need to run forward and cast them spells.
Yeah, this is not a game you can win by attrition or by hit and run. You will get caught out. You'll get dragged into the mosh pit screaming.
You want to get out there, get your advantage early, get a couple blink daggers on our important heroes, line up as 5, and press that strength advantage you have. Because it's only going to get weaker versus a hero like PL, especially if he gets that, what is that, that shard he has? Man, that shard is going to wreck these dudes going on later on.
Matty Boy's being toxic. Oh, no!
Okay, the doppelganger dodge. Good dodge, good dodge.
Immediately called the right one, but nobody else seems to have, so.
This is spelling bad news already.
Thanks to PL's pretty good base region, he's not going to feel the after effects of that battle hunger.
All right, guys, call it now. We're going to do our own in-panel betting. Dire or Radiant?
I think
I'm betting Dire.
Yeah, I'm on Dire for this one. I think PL has too many answers to him on the other side. and he's basically just going to be their entire team this game.
And
I'm sure.
as we previously discussed, Marcy exists.
Yep. Lena is going to try and do her best here at mid against Chaos Knight, inexplicably. I would not have called that. I think maybe
I will actually give this one to the Radiant, the team with the PL. I think, yeah, you guys are saying the side with the PL is going to win too, right? I think with this lane setup, no, you guys are saying the Mongoloid team's going to win.
Yeah, like I said.
They got head empty, no fun.
Yeah, I mean, here's how it goes. You know, Axe is just going to be a existential threat to PL the entire game that he's never going to be able to really just comfortably excise himself from. Omni-Knight's sheer existence is going to be able to let him turn that around. It's not impossible for the Radiant to win this game, but they're going to need some really good execution to keep PL alive, because PL is all they got. This Lena...
The Dawnbreaker Warlock combo. I'm telling you guys now, if this game makes it 30 minutes and the Radiant's not getting crushed, these two ultimates alone are going to cause so much chaos in these team fights for these melee heroes.
Problem is like, how much can you do at 30 minutes? Like, I think they, like, Dawnbreaker has to ball, like, super ball in this game to be, like, more of a threat than just the jumping fellow, and I don't think the jumping fellow is going to be enough here. Though we are going to get first blood on CK here in mid.
Looking good for that Radiant side. I think I'm going to win that bet.
We'll see. Oh, yeah, just a horrible miscalculation.
Yep. Just goes too far for his own cast range there.
That's a bit out of character for Big Boy LaCroix.
Yeah, it kind of is. I mean, going mid this game is a bit out of character for Big Boy LaCroix. I'm sure
to be fair, I think he was counting on, I think he noticed he didn't have mana for the cast. He regenerated just enough MP to get that. Man, we are missing today.
Omni-Knight casually gonna go down here.
Scoring some early kills. I'm liking that. I like the early aggression against the Mongoloids, because that's actually their game plan. To use that tempo of these strength heroes to try and abuse, I guess abuse the squishy heroes on the Radiant side. But if they are able to combat them, when I feel like they kind of have that little bit of an advantage, I think that's just going to scale to them having a much greater mid game, and that mid game is going to lead into that late game 30-minute mark that I mentioned.
When Omni-Knight hits R and the Radiant does no damage anymore. Yeah.
It doesn't, mana burn goes through that. Don't forget.
That's true.
Yeah, and if PL wants to try and do that, he is more than welcome to make a deposit in the first bank of Axe.
The first bank of Axe and get hit with all the Viper shit. Oh, that is an embarrassing miss. Is he still going to lose this
ultimately going to matter.
Wow, that is... Dude, hit your sab! Hit your sab, bro! Hit your sab! Sab up, dude!
Nope.
He won it. Like I said, let's go.
Oh my god, what is happening?
This Lena's crushing this CK. I love to see that.
It's very interesting here. They definitely moved CK mid because they were afraid of Viper moving it. I don't see this being like a real puzzle and Viper situation. I don't think Obi is much of a puzzle and player personally. Like, in terms of his own preference anyway. Okay, goodbye Matty Boy.
Damn,
need multicam, dude.
Out.
Need multicam, dude. It's like TI. But, they definitely moved CK mid to protect the Viper. But man, I don't know just how much that was worth.
Ooh, Grifter gets some good damage in, but he's gonna pay for this.
So, goodbye.
Yep.
Painted into a corner.
Your service is appreciated, homie.
It's not uncommon when I play with Vern to go out of my way to make myself a nuisance just so they prioritize me more in fights. Make sure that the actual carry gets out of there safe and sound. You know, it actually occurs to me in hindsight that this Warlock could actually be a much bigger threat to their team than I initially anticipated. Because Viper's everything, Omni being a nuisance as well, and between Omni and CK and Axe, they've got lots of answers to those golems, but once those golems hit high level, they can just push, they can be consistent magic damage. You can't effectively deal with them without having to focus on like another hero. Oh no. Is this gonna be curtains for the old man?
Nope, they're gonna be fine.
He's safe. He's totally fine.
For a second there, I thought Marcy was gonna go insane and just dive the tower.
You're definitely going to need to keep this chain of supply up here on the Radiant safe lane. If Warlock ever runs out of mana, there is going to be some blood in this lane, and not the kind Warlock wants to see. I think the biggest problem with the golems in moving forward in this game is going to be the Axe Call takes the golems. The Axe Call's actually got a lot going on for them there, and this is Copless playing as the Axe, and this is
Mid's got some action.
old Copless's highest MMR on this lineup. He's definitely a seasoned Axe player, knows how to kick some Axe. Axe is going deep here.
Yeah, he's going insane. He's gonna do it. Oh wait, his regen is just enough to keep him alive. Holy hell!
Yep.
Now that's what I call a
So I
value
would like
point.
to just point this out, by the way, before we go forward. Axe's whole purpose is killing you early and trying to also build a snowball. So I would like to say for the PL, this is actually not the worst for him. If the PL isn't actually at risk of dying, but it's the Warlock,
Yeah,
I think they're
Axe
actually
is-
enjoying this lane.
Yeah,
to a
Axe
degree.
right now is a wall, but he's a very shallow wall. Like he's gonna be hoppable before too long.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
the
all
re- the
PL
re-
wants.
The real reason you pick Axe is because you have a big AoE stun that goes through BKB. I mean, I'm just saying.
No, not necessarily. You also pick them for the lockdown. But the problem is that the lockdown versus PL is going to start generating a bunch of illusions. And I just know from experience as a 3-player, it's not fun when you put yourself against like 7 PLs and your team's having to disengage because everyone has to make the call that you're going to die. You have no mana. What are you going to do?
Well, how should I put this? It's a big bomb. The purification on Axe is a big bomb. The purification on PL as well. Howler wants a high five. He does actually get it. Warlock is going to die.
The initiation between Axe and Marcy being oppressive as usual. Viper forced out of lane. That's
Yeah, but he's just straight routing. Like I was getting back to, it's like I said at the start of the game, there's going to be a lot riding on the Omni Knight's shoulders this game, because Omni Knight can steroid any of the guys on Dire into being far, far stronger and easily capable of dealing with the PL, but Omni Knight has to be positioned correctly, and Omni Knight has to pull it off correctly. If he does, and I don't see any reason he can't, then
Timothy, what are you doing here?
should be a relatively a matchup.
Oh,
for him.
mana, no HP. That's
Yeah,
right,
no,
the
what is
TP.
this man doing? He's
Okay, he's using his body.
Marcy,
He's using his body.
Marcy just kind of threw the man to
Are
safety.
they gonna do this? Nah, Axe is out of here. Marcy's gonna eat it.
I'm not a big fan of stroke coming down to feed, but I understand the gameplay. If I show up with low HP, it's like a taunt, you know? They're
It
just
makes them
enticed to
stick
hitting
around.
you.
It makes them
Yeah.
overcommit. Believe me, I know that mindset where it's just like, shake your ass in front of the enemy and they are gonna aim for it.
Viper
Put a
got that
bullseye on your
Patrox.
back.
The downside is that now Viper, who's had kind of a rough lane, just gets like a minute of total free time. Then I don't know how much the Viper in this game matters. I'm really confused by this decision to pull Viper out of mid, because it's like, to be blunt with you, I think there's 3 parts of this engine, of this Dire engine, that are going to win them the game if they win this game. Axe, CK, and Omni Knight. CK going mid is kind of the sacrificial goat, almost, here. Like, I don't know, I don't really understand it, I gotta say. He's sitting at the lowest, well, the second lowest last hits, actually. Poor Tall Balls is not really sitting on a mountain of cash at the moment. Old Dawnbreaker. Let's check out that net worth chart. Yeah, pretty much shows the same story. Dawnbreaker is having a really tough time of it in this lane. That much is definitely
Warlock's
notable.
getting ripped apart over at bottom again.
And Axe is trying to take it to PL here.
Why has PL not left his lane yet?
Well, now he's left his life.
He's now left this dimension. You were correct. Chopped right in half like the goddamn Neanderthal he is.
Ooh, getting heated.
You know, Mickle is a friend of mine. Or at least I consider him a friend. I don't know if the reverse is true, but, you know, I think he's pretty neat. I think Mickle watches our cast as well. I know he did in Season 13. So, to Mickle, shoutouts to you. I'm sorry that you went from Brendan Fraser in his worst movie to a Neanderthal in the course of, like, 24 hours.
Funny topic, Brendan Fraser. I think he's doing pretty good with himself right now. He's got like a renaissance of his career. He's been doing good in like Doom Patrol and such. Good on him.
And in my defense, he was 6 and he stayed in this death ball lane, man. I would have been gone. 5.5.
Okay, yeah, that's
Warlock,
fair.
it's your lane. Good luck, buddy. I'm out of here.
Yeah, you know what? I get it. I get it.
Definitely going to be a big Viper Shark game. There's so much fizz damage coming out of this team. He's going to be crazy if he doesn't get it early. And then I'm going to flame him, and he's going to cry.
Lance in Pursuit, that's a good find.
Yeah. The
There's
Abaddon
a
stick, as I
good
call it.
handful. Yeah,
I know there's a lot of
good
people who call it the
handful.
Ricky stick, but for me it's the Abaddon stick.
I like seeing that on heroes who typically get... It's less for heroes I'm playing as and more for who I'm playing against, I find.
Old
You mean
Viper
the hero
is...
you mean the item, the new
Oh.
neutral that has actually no true place in Dota, other than being something you give to your pause 5 for 200 additional mana?
I mean, hey, 200 mana is good, but it's just situational enough to be good enough for my liking. It's a situation I find myself in a lot whenever I'm playing solo queue, right? Just stupid dicks trying to run away from me, and I'm just slightly too slow. Oh look, I have this, and it answers that exact problem.
You know, I think the item's really cool in concept. I just think the stats it gives you are just so...
No, absolutely, I
strange.
agree. It's a bit
Yeah,
off. But
I really don't I mean, the reason that it gives you 200 mana is because it was a neutral item that was made with the idea of, like, one
Carries.
specific hero.
You give it to your carry that doesn't have much mana so they can cast more mana. And that's cool and all.
Or you're tiny. Just
Yeah,
tiny,
but those
period.
heroes usually just buy clarities, sometimes ferry out mangoes, or even push come to shove will get some mana regen in the form of maybe a fury.
I know some
Casual
people
Bassi
put it
is
in the
in style
backpack
recently.
with power treads
Bassi,
to like
yeah.
cycle their stat total so they can get more out of a sap or a
Heck,
clarity.
even Tango, the hero I would think would get an extreme benefit from it as
Yes, he would.
core,
Yes, he would.
usually goes mana boots, so I mean, like, come on.
I mean, hey, I'll take 200 mana anytime. Like, that's just a nice thing to have. Hell,
But yeah,
actually, I like it on Enigma.
Radiant's middle tower is under
I
attack.
can see it being alright, but that's what I'm saying. I just wish
Good
the
call
action
here.
was just... Oh, we got a fight going on. We got
Dawnbreaker
some
gonna try and
important
jump on
combat.
this. But Dawnbreaker's
Oh my
fighting in the
God,
passive break.
Beetle
Cast, look at that damage just being ripped between these heroes. Viper's gonna go down.
That
2 for
Fatal
2.
Bonds. That Fatal Bonds was horrific.
EL going for the third. Dab it on Omni Knight. Get out of here, you goddamn heathen.
Why are you sticking around, LaCroix? You're insane. He's dead.
No.
Chaos Knight for the fourth. Are we gonna make XR fifth? Let's get 'em, boys. The Axe is kind of tanky, making Lena their fourth.
Holy
Nope.
PL too overzealous, making them the fifth.
Quite a heavy fight there. That was definitely
definitely filled out the exact situation you were talking about. And Warlock filled out the one I was talking about, where Fatal Bonds on top of Dawnbreaker is really scary. But Axe just sat right in it and didn't care. He almost got his team killed, to be honest.
I think the Radiant got their lineup mixed up with the Dire and forgot that they aren't supposed to run too forward across, you know, the side of the river.
True. They
And
got
you
a lot of
just
themselves.
thought that they were a bunch of strip dudes ready to go in with blink daggers, you know?
Axe
Thought
got
they
his
were
blink
strap of iron,
already.
turns out they were strap of leather.
Axe got his blink already. He's calling in his blade mail rather soon. PVC pipe is not in the best way right now.
doing? What is happening here?
Oh no!
I believe this is a boarding expedition that went horribly wrong.
Oh my god, bro! Like,
That's former league admin PVC pipe, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, it happens to the best of us.
Yeah, it's definitely like he's just warding and he's like,
Okay,
going too
let's talk
deep?
about weird jungle items. Seas of Serenity, what the hell?
I like this item. Calm down, buddy. Don't insult the seeds.
It's weird.
Man.
It's definitely an odd concept. I've gotten some crazy use out of it, but it's definitely an odd concept.
It's
I like
something
the item as a core. I like it as a support.
At least it's not a...
HP
Which one?
regen.
Is a Cult of
HP.
Bracelet the one that lowers your max mana by a ton?
No,
That
Cult
item
Bra-
I've heard from higher level players is actually really good. You don't care about the maximum mana it reduces. You just care about the additional cast range.
The caster
No,
is good on
the-
someone like Rubik. On certain heroes like Enigma, you don't want that.
The
Like, you need
Colt
that
bracelet
mana.
is the one that gives you mana when you get hit.
Ah, right. That's the bristleback bracelet.
Also, while we're
Timbersaw
watching this
bracelet.
fight here at mid, just know that Lena
Okay.
randomly died somewhere else. This is
Right.
not a great fight for Radiant to take. They're getting really
Man,
antsy on this,
CK
but
is getting just melted. This man is having a bad day.
Axe is here. Omni Knight is as well, but he's not really doing much of anything here.
Dawnbreaker's going in.
Kind of declining to use his abilities.
What was that GA? Hello? That was the most panicked GA I've seen ever.
Oh no.
Dawnbreaker did just get thrown right back in the mix of it.
Yeah, and got even stunned Marcy with the Inkswell on her. That's not good. Oh no. Oh no.
Why is
Fatal
PL
Bond.
middle fighting? Can PL please go jump into camps and start, rotating?
He's already got
an extra
Dipblade.
core?
I think he's good to at least like passively engage Ascendant Illusions.
He's
and a
good.
couple
He's good to jump on an easy kill. I definitely agree with that. There's champs close enough to this.
Not to mention he's still got Warlock and Lena nearby for support. And
As long as he
probably,
doesn't take like an open fight, and he didn't really there. He just kind of sent. He just kind of sent out when he thought he could just snake one and go back.
Yeah, toss
Guys,
it
I have
in,
one problem.
you.
The CK that got utterly crushed middle is now competing with the Lena and is even above PL net worth.
Yep.
This is not okay.
He's been around for a lot of these. Well, for starters, it's Big Boy LaCroix, known CK enjoyer. Plays it even when he shouldn't. But in this particular game, yeah, Big Boy LaCroix, definitely a big CK player. If Big Boy LaCroix is in a hole in a game on CK, he is going to find himself a way out. He's going to pick himself up. And Minix, is that what you be doing nowadays? Good effort by Tall Balls there to try and split that up. That could have gone really bad if it wasn't for that. Good use of Dawnbreaker's Q there. Viper's still just kind of lapping up farm here in the jungle. Not doing the best job at it, but I mean, hey, it's Viper. What are you going to do?
I gotta say that Dai right now is wasting a lot of their time just sort of ambling about. I wouldn't say mindlessly. I think they're sort of in a tense panic. They're not quite outright in code red right now, but they're definitely feeling the strain of being pressured this hard.
I mean, really, what they want is that they want the enemy team to come and fight. They don't want to engage themselves. They're waiting for Radiant to...
Oh no, I mean,
What was that on there? It was bait! That's what it was! We'll call... Oh, Axe just got cocked. We'll call it bait.
Why would you ever ulti to position 5? Don't do that.
Oh, there's the Soulbind. Are they even gonna get anything out of this? They're getting funneled. They just took a bunch of damage straight up. Yeah, they just have to bail. Viper might not even make out alive. Is he? Nope, he's fine.
Ooh, yeah, barely.
Just ever so slightly. Hey, there's a case where that item gives you the cast range in place of your mana. That's where it would have been good, right? There would have killed Viper. Sad times for every team.
Smoking out here on PL.
Are scanning.
And Specialist, right?
This ain't
Specialist is
great.
another one of those items that I'm...
They got him!
Oh no, dude, with the blade mail! He's dead.
Yep.
And it went to Marcy. Ouch. Marcy's actually really low level right now. It's kind of sad. Axe is nearly double her level.
Howler's a support, what can I tell you? I'm surprised that he likes Pause 4 so much, because his playstyle feels like it would lend itself decently well to 5.
Yeah.
Regeneration.
That Grove Bow better be going to Viper, if you ask me.
Yeah, better, I mean. It's a very good Viper item. CK
And
found
there's
his armlet.
Armlet. CK is online.
If he's got Armlet, he's got Midas as well. Lena, no such in kind. In fact, Lena really sitting on kind of almost nothing at this point. Just trying to, I guess, find something to do with this match. And
Lena's doing her best to not die, in between the speed from travels, the infused raindrop, bit of the extra HP from her stick and Falcon Blade, and the Ogre Club too, no less. Just trying to survive these fights and throw in her damage where she can just pepper the enemy down, try to get a picker here or two. It's nothing guaranteed. You can really feel that on Radiant's side, they're trying to just press every little advantage. They've yet to make a big scale commitment since that fight where Axe turned things around.
Lena really needs to get a Chrysalis. Her auto attacks just aren't going to do enough, and her abilities aren't cutting it either.
What do you think about Monkey King Bar, actually, as a late game option for her?
Monkey.
I mean, I'm just guessing at some point someone's going to build a Halberd over on Dire for one reason or another.
Anybody gets evasion, I can understand it. No evasion, you better off getting something way more hard hitting.
There's definitely a match where a couple of these guys can look at that Radiance. After all, remember kids, it just got buffed. Think about it again.
Speaking of just got buffed,
Axe gonna Shiva's next. That might actually kind of hurt the Lena Crystal's idea. She does not like existing.
Oh
right
no,
click
Dragon Scale on Axe.
What's that
Oh
right
no. Oh no,
Dire's
dude.
middle tower
Dragon
is
Scale is
under
one of my favorite jungle items that's just sort of managed to stay in the game. It hasn't gotten like buffed, nerfed, changed, or removed. It's just strong.
There.
Yeah, it's like
Axe.
the perfect example of a decent jungle item.
Axe is hungry. This man wants to
Oh,
eat.
does he see that Warlock?
I don't think so. He just kind of did a solo smoke over here.
If he gets revealed, he's definitely gonna blink up on that cliff without a second thought.
Yep.
You can see it. He is hungry for blood.
Honestly, I think this is a situation where CK wants to just ult and
Oh
send
no!
somebody up there.
Oh no! Here
Matty
goes.
Boy.
Warlock's doomed. He's gone.
He whiffed the call again by just like 3
Like-
HP. That's so sad.
Hold on.
Yeah, that's Iron
Bro.
Branch for you.
Can you back up 30 seconds?
Should
Warlock
I?
actually saw Axe
Humor
coming.
me. Actually, hold up. Humor me. Does he have
Nope.
an Iron Branch? Damn.
No
Oh no!
branch
Wait.
here.
No, wait. No. Yeah. I thought that was a magic wand.
Yeah, Warlock saw. They have a ward right there. Why did Warlock even stay?
He
Why
didn't
just
see him
keep
coming
walking?
because Axe was in smoke.
I don't think he had his attention directly on that spot. I think he was watching mid.
No, it's a simpler explanation. Axe had smoke. It wasn't broken until right before he blinked.
Radiant's
He was solo smoked over there. I mentioned it.
Axe walked pretty far up the cliff. I think he did see him. I believe it.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Matty Boy slander live.
Huh? Oh, okay. It's just illusions.
Yep, Axe hungry out here. It's another issue this Radiant's gonna have to deal
I'm
with.
seeing a bit of a problem for their team. Dawnbreaker doesn't have a whole lot outside of her R and Q in these team fights once Warlock actually gets his Fatal Bonds off. That seems to be their big game plan, is to throw out something really tasty looking, let him jump on it, Fatal Bonds, Grimstroke it up, do whatever the hell Dawnbreaker does, and just send PL in to mop up the mess.
Yeah, I'll tell you
Oh,
this
and I
much.
guess Lena's there, too.
You remember earlier on in the game where I was mentioning Dawnbreaker's gonna have to ball this game? So far, she hasn't. It's not really been
I don't
the
think
case.
it's entirely her fault, though. With Axe being as much of a genuine threat as he is, I don't think they can afford to really go out and do exactly that. They have to pay very close attention to where they are in a fight, because if she gets caught first, just like Warlock, it really messes up their team plan.
Copeless has been playing a very strong game in this environment. Has been constantly just trying to play aggression, and not just in the matter of literally just right-click enemy, get killed.
I think this Dawnbreaker's
But,
about to die.
maybe.
Almost about to eat it.
Axe kind of positioned himself kind of poorly here. Maybe he bluffed into thinking
What
there was
does
more than
Dawnbreaker
this.
have? Can we see our items?
Oh, she ain't got
think
nothing.
he's-
We looked at this a
I-
little bit ago.
I think
oh,
Dawnbreaker's problem, she's trying to go like the Brawler build without Brawler gold. Dawnbreaker definitely should have
I
rushed
think
a
you're
Blink Dagger,
right, yeah.
Blink Dagger Shard, and just look to just frontline to the best of her ability. Right now, she's soft, and all she really contributes is the R. I think it's more of her build than it is anything about like
I agree.
Dawnbreaker just not having a good game.
Yeah. Again, it's not for a lack of merit. It really does feel like it's just down to she needs better items.
The thing I was saying before that little skirmish that went nowhere happened was Axe has been aggressive, not just in the way of literally right-click man get the kill, but Axe has definitely been good touring around where the enemy is trying to farm, touring around where the enemy doesn't want him, and basically just being a constant, like PL is constantly having to take risky farm like this because of Axe's existence.
Yeah, I feel like this game is going nowhere quick, unfortunately, and that's not something you want to have happen when your carries PL. Or rather, when your enemy carries PL. Sorry.
I think if they
forgot a word.
overcome this brief hurdle to 30 minutes, we might see a different game post 30. But
Yeah,
if
there's
the game
certain time windows for output potential, and Lena's gonna have to hold up for a while PL's still getting farmed. The problem is she hasn't built very great either right now.
I mean,
Now the radiant cores are greater
Dire's
greater
bottom
value
tower
right now.
is
Like
under attack.
all it takes is just one bad fight. That's all it takes, man. One
I-
bad fight.
and I don't mean greater value as in
Oh no.
more money. I mean great value as in the Walmart brand.
This is that bad fight. I told you, all it takes is one bad fight, and it goes down.
Viper and Axe are getting
But
wailed
they are
on, but it's
overcommitting way too hard. They need to leave. They have
Axe
gotten the
actually
necessary
survived this.
pickoffs.
I don't know. Mickle's still trying to go in deep here.
PL's coming in to mop. He's gonna kill Axe.
That was one
Is
final
ZK actually
boss.
gonna do this?
Hey, maybe I lied.
Confused.
Maybe it was Dire. Dire
Sure
overextended way too hard.
The exact situation I was saying. They need to make sure that they have to make sure that Grimstroke and Warlock get their ult combo off. Send in Dawnbreaker and Lena to do some damage, pepper in their hits, and just like I said, PL comes in and sweeps the board clean.
Nani, I told you, man, these team fight ultimates Radiant has, if they're used properly, when Dire overextends improperly, it's a punish, man. And a hell of a punish.
Well, I mean, Omni Knight really messed that one up. I'm sorry, GRaffe.
Yeah.
Omni Knight, like I said, I was talking about like the big part Omni Knight plays here, and hitting R before physical damage is actually there and then dying immediately is not what you want to do as Omni. It's definitely a matter of positioning for him. If he's farther back in that fight, he's able to get some Qs and Ws out, and that W is still ridiculous, mind you. Even beyond the purge, it's still maddening. But if he's back in the fight, if he's able to get that stuff out, and able to especially keep Axe at a more stable HP level, like one Q on Axe and PL's dead in that fight was a disaster, but he just was out of position there.
Does Omni have the ape to that? If he doesn't have the ape to that, Q cast range is actually pretty
Dire's
bad.
middle tower has been denied.
Oh, we got a Dawnbreaker rolled on top of Lena. They're gonna make it work! That is not good. Axe and Marcy down for that, and they got nothing in return.
They definitely, I think Axe needs to take a step back, take a powder, calm down and say, okay, so after that fight, a whole bunch of money just changed hands, things are different now. Definitely still playing like he's the cock of the walk.
Radiant's top tower is
When in reality, still probably the strongest like individual hero in this game.
Give me on the topic really quick. What's PL looking like right now? What's he got?
He's got
he's
Manta
damn
Dip
near,
and
Yeah, he's damn near his
Dire's middle
Scotty.
tower is under attack.
about a halfway up there, yeah.
Ooh, that's scary.
Are we not going to talk about the fact that he has that shard? That
Dire's
shard
middle
destroys
tower
melee
has
heroes.
fallen.
Yes, it does.
Well, it doesn't destroy CK too much.
It hurts that mana pool he has.
It really does. That's actually something I noticed in that previous fight. CK just didn't have the MP to keep fighting after a certain point. Now that BKB actually has a mana cost, that can be a scary prospect if you get stun locked down and PL just sort of whittles your MP down to nothing. Uh-oh, speaking of whittle down to nothing, this old man. Oh my god! Double! Oh!
Dropped
At that
his
counter
entire
initiation, man!
Yes.
Imagine if PL was there. He
I
would have
know.
mopped up.
Where was the Dawnbreaker? Was it on cooldown?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was on cooldown.
It's just coming off right now.
Barely. Wow, what great timing. Even in my honest opinion, even if it was a Soul Ring pop right there and then just instantly drop, even if she was low health, low mana, the heal and the damage would have made a huge difference. What a great moment for the timing right there.
Big Boy LaCroix now going to take it to Roche. Viper has the shards. This Roche is going to be quick as shit.
I mean, yeah, with Marcy buffing him too. Look at him.
Now we get to get the Roche
I kind of see what they're going here. They tried to make like CK a raid boss, but he's just he's a little shy of it still.
Happy birthday, CK. It's what you've always wanted, an Aegis that you're really not going to make great use of.
Yeah, that's actually really unfortunate considering that they lost Axnat again, and that money is going to PL and or Lena, which is neither.
Yeah, that last fight, that was Lena.
In all honesty, I think you wanted to put the Aegis on your axe.
Uh-oh, that's a quickening charm.
Just
oh
one
no.
quick charm.
That's not something you want to see when you've got a PL on the enemy team.
Alright, guys.
Or a Warlock.
So what's our Mongolian friend's win condition now?
What's the Mongolian friends win condition? Don't drop Omni in 2 seconds and get PL near the start of the fight. I mean, that's pretty much it.
Did they see that smoke? Did he
Condition
notice
is
that?
feasible. Nah, it's just good game sense. That was good game sense. Dawnbreaker, though, was about to be a war crime.
Oh no.
Goodbye, Dawnbreaker. We do not take prisoners here.
Axe gets a third stack at nearly 30 minutes in the game.
Yeah, that's probably
He's been getting denied by
yeah.
like really slim margins.
The single biggest like negative contributing factor for GRaffe Laboratory in this game has been how many times Axe has dropped ult and just by mere fractions of health not gotten what he wants.
They teleported in just to mess with these two. Is this going to be worth it? Or 3 of them, actually. I would not stick around and casually loiter in this top anymore. They got
Now
the
they are getting the hell out as fast as humanly
possible.
possible.
Or not.
Axe actually
Grimstroke gets... Grimstroke managed to throw out his... Oh, here's Marcy. Is she going to do something about it?
Yep.
They're kind of keeping their distance here. They're afraid of Warlock retaliating. This is bait. This is 500% bait. This would be a great opportunity for an ult from Dawnbreaker.
That was pretty much the exact opposite of the situation Axe wants here.
So is the play to work down the
Oh no, he got hit with the call. Wait, Dawnbreaker's going in for the assist. It's gonna be enough.
Dawnbreaker is... No, Viper! No! What are you doing?
Oh no, the Doppelganger is unlucky! He might still be able to get the fuck out of here.
He's got nothing. He's got
Goodbye,
nothing.
buddy.
That was really interesting. Why did Viper stop hitting PL there? Do you think that one was fake?
I mean, one of the illusions doesn't take more damage. One does damage, one does like no damage, but takes the same amount of damage as PL, so it's hard to tell them apart.
Okay, what is Matty doing here? This is just not a great spot for him to be.
No. Matty can't afford to die right now.
I mean, he kind of can. I mean, it's not any worse than
PL's dead for like the next minute or almost, and... What the... Oh, he's got yeah, he's got that new little ability.
Yep.
I was about to say, what the hell? I thought that was like a really weird like rendering problem there. I keep forgetting she's got that now. It doesn't look right. There's like no animation to it. She just glides through really casually. Doesn't look right.
Axe has finished up Shiva's guard, is now looking for the Lotus Orb. I don't know about that here. I mean, they do have targeted spells, but I feel like what the BKB gives you is probably worth a hell of a lot more than that.
Guys, follow me, okay?
I think they should have actually... I was gonna say, I was wanting him to build Assault Cuirass, honestly.
Okay guys, follow me. PL, crit. What do you guys think?
Oh, he doesn't think that.
I know he doesn't think that, but what do you guys think about that? I think PL, like you said, needs to assume the carry of dad, or assume the role of dad. He's going to put all of his children on his back. He's going to thank them for taking care of him when he was sick and frail. Now he's a big, strong dad, and he's ready to fuck shit up.
That's the opposite of what a dad does, though. It's like he doesn't...
Dads get old, and then you put them in a home.
Calm down, dude.
Like so.
We're a foreign species here.
Wait, Dawnbreaker's coming in for the assist? Is it gonna be enough?
Well, it sure is if PL is going to get a right click out again.
He has to run away, dude. How sad.
And Omni hit R. That fight ended tragically.
Okay, we have a little bit of a
CK, commit, bro. You've got Aegis.
Damn, son.
CK did not commit initially, and that I think is what cost him.
Have you guys ever seen a bunch of heroes melt? Cause I just did. They fucking got owned. Holy shit.
I think that was entirely on the virtue of, I'm pretty sure that was Soulbind with Lena's entire kit, including her ult, and I want to say,
Fatal Bonds.
Yeah, Fatal Bonds. I didn't account for that ramping the damage up as much as it did. I think what's happening is the two Fatal Bonds are overlapping with each other, sharing the damage from both sets, and the double Lena ult hitting on top of that. Laguna Blade is nasty already, but
sharing is caring. Because Daya here is definitely sharing the love amongst one another and sharing this pain. My God.
True. There's gonna be a lot of sharing going on here if I'm on this team after this game.
This is some real Soviet damage.
This is a
takes damage together, wins together.
Grimstroke Courier that's right in front of the wave dies to get. Never mind.
I have to say, I'm a bit more of a fan of Warlock and Grim on the same team from now on, just saying.
Guys, I told you I had faith in our squishy boys from minute 0.
I mean, the clincher for me is I did not know off the top of my head if Fatal Bond works with the single target spread from Soulbind.
Of course it does. You can refresh your cast it on people multiple times as well.
I suppose that's true.
Dire's top tower
I just didn't think it would work for some reason.
Lena needs to leave. If
Yeah.
Lena hasn't left by now, that is a problem.
I think Marcy might have overcommitted here. She might die in a sec.
Nah, PL's just trying to get out of here, and I think it's a smart move. Warlock needs to leave, though. Warlock might be in trouble.
He dead.
He's not dead yet. I told you, we made it to that 30-minute mark, man.
Ult straight up. Viper's here, but he missed his Viper strike, I think.
Warlock just got completely annihilated before he got to do anything.
Grimstroke bought back. Oh, Marcy's living by the skin of her teeth in these fights, giving support.
Lena's going ham, but
Heals
I think
back.
she might have
Ooh.
overcommitted.
Lena's out of MP. She's got nothing left. And Omni's just busy bullying her while PL runs roughshod.
Okay, PL's kind of running it down on the melee dudes right now with that shard.
Oh no, they let him,
Praise
they let
the
him,
moon
they let him jump.
of
Oh
May.
shit!
Oh, I may have spoke
Axe
too
got the
soon.
call.
What's PL gonna do?
He's broken. He can't do anything with his illusions. He has to run.
He
but he's
has
got
to
nowhere
wait on
go.
the doppelganger.
Oh no, Viper saw him.
No, that's not what we want.
He has buyback, and wait. Hear me out. PL still got buyback, and Warlock actually has his ult still up.
That's
In fact, half
not
of
what
them
we
have their ult still
want.
That isn't. You're not wrong.
We want to save our gold for more items.
Anani, what's your input here? What do you think's going wrong in these fights?
I mean, that wasn't so much something going wrong in these fights as it was something going right for Dire there. I think that was a fight where everybody on Dire was in pretty much the position they needed to be. I think there's still kind of a crisis of confidence going on at this point. You know, Axe and CK feel like they've tilted too far to the other angle, and now feel like they're a little afraid to do anything, even when they've got a pretty clear advantage. But I think they steeled themselves up there, did what they needed to do, and got what the expected result is.
Nani is right. There's blood in the water. It just depends on which shark smells it first.
Honestly, I agree. I think you're right. I think that right now there's just it's chaos right now. it's getting really crazy. They have a huge advantage over on Dire, but I'm not so sure they actually hold the keys of the kingdom quite yet.
It's not that they don't hold the keys, it's the fact that they gave their opposition enough time to go from swinging around sticks and spears to actually having guns and horses.
Yeah. The cavalry is, as they would say here.
Speaking of here, BKB is here on Axe.
Ooh, there's a double damage rune down there at the bottom.
We also have everybody's
Who's gonna take
favorite
that?
item, the Wraith Pact, on the Omni Knight.
I feel like Wraith Pack could have been a jungle item, but they just wanted to commit with a new item upgrade for Vlad's to make it feel relevant.
And they already had a Super Vlad. It was the Hooded, not the Hooded Defiance, the stupid neutral creep item thing.
Yeah, I know what
Helm of the
you're talking
Dominator,
about.
the super,
Yeah.
like the Helm of the Dominator upgrade.
Yeah, that's true. They kind of wanted to keep some aspect of that, I guess. You know what would be really funny? I don't actually. Is it possible to Helm of the Dominator the Wraith Pact drone thing?
That would be funny.
It's not. It's
It'd be really. That would be like the funniest like counterplay option with Chen. Just have a permanent Wraith Pact thing running around.
Yeah, no, lucky for you, it's spell immune though, so you can't technically cast spells on it.
Damn. I remember seeing a bug where through some convoluted crap you could end up dooming it. Or not doom, devour it.
Nobody actually needed shards.
Honestly, Omni should take it. I think he can make the best use of it right now.
Not exactly where PL wants to be. A lot of
Right now,
crap
the
coming down right on
BKBs, that's what we
Marcy's
have to
head.
do. Kite out the BKBs, cast spells, chuck out them Qs, PL, come on, chuck them out. You're not chucking anything. PL, you're
He
running.
can't afford to get close. Axe has been waiting. He's been holding his Q.
Goodbye, PL.
CK calls the wrong illusion. Viper strikes the right illusion. Goodbye, PL. And Axe doesn't get the call.
Viper ate that PL like I ate a bag of shredded cheese this morning at 3 a.m.
Unfortunately for this
the next
team,
day?
Lena is completely cutting off this wave.
Oh,
Goodbye,
no.
This might get a
The
lot
creeps,
more
too.
unfortunate for
Lena,
Lena
please
pretty
tell me
soon.
what it's
Pop.
like
BKB
to
pop.
die.
She might be able to make us. Might be able to get away here. Yep, she has a blank
Oh
dagger.
my
She's
god.
safe.
Wait, Lena said no. I'm not dying today. Goodbye, guys.
Whew, that's
Omni
close.
Knight's still holding on to that chart, even though I think he's the only person. No, Marcy doesn't have her shard either.
I still say Omni's shard is not really bad. It's excuse me. It's worth taking this game.
Axe doesn't actually have a shard either. Axe doesn't have a shard and he didn't take it. Okay.
That's a bit of a flex if you think about it. He's been doing this good without it.
Right.
I mean, he's still top 3 on the board right now.
Please-
Please, net worth here. Let's take a quick peek at the KD here. Let's see how many Coaling Blades this man's been denied.
Please look at this Aghanim
Oh.
shard description and think about how that interacts with PL. Thank you.
I heard Axe's call sound, and I thought he caught somebody, but I think that was
Yeah, he's
just...
just a wave.
Yeah. I really don't like those global callouts. I really hate the idea that I'm just sitting here going, fresh meat in the jungle playing Pudge, just trying to get some HP back, and someone in the upper lanes is like scanning the map like, where is he? I have to like, Invoker immediately goes, I have to Sunstrike right now!
It's a very ambitious
that's
positioning
not-
on...
She's going deep with that BKB.
Yeah, I don't know how she got out of there with everyone being immediately in her vicinity. Do you think it was just good luck?
Their actual move speed is terrible is the answer. It's something that's
Yeah,
been
you're right.
consistently happening for basically this whole game, is people on the Radiant just right-clicking away from people on the Dire and not much recourse to that.
And it's sad, because Axis even got that Shivas, but he can't really afford to pop that until PL's in the equation.
Well, the Shiva's active.
No, it only slows
Yeah.
it only slows on the active, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
that
Shiva-
Stormcrafter could be big.
Pretty big range on that bad boy, but...
I like Stormcrafter as an item when you're dealing with heroes who like to try and just kite or run away. There's a lot of jungle items I feel like should just be their own items at this point.
Viper looking at an
You're trying to break the meta wide open in a way that's not acceptable, my friend. You slow down. You're being a little bit too progressive tonight.
No, I just like having something consistently. I don't like having something that could literally make or break a game beyond the entire version of RNG.
You are off the happy juice, man.
Listen, this is a game where you can buy an item that costs several $1,000s, and it just gives you like 300 damage.
I hate Wraith Pack. Wraith Pack can go eat one, even though it is really good, and if you don't have it, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage.
I will force
That
feed
pipe
you
of the alternate pipe of insight, the one that built the magical people build.
yeah, what is that thing called?
Eternal Shroud.
Yeah, Internal
Yeah,
Shroud,
Shroud.
dude. Screw that.
Oh,
item.
no!
I'm telling you, man, you
Goodbye,
items-
Matty.
He died in 2
But
swings.
they need to come in like pairs. Nullifier. Nullifier, my god. I hate that item and I'm a supporter.
Okay, fair, actually. I remember there was a point in time where I'd see silencers taking that, so you couldn't pop BKB to get his ult off of you, and you would just use it to solo someone. He's basically discount... I mean, he's still discount Doom, but it was a point where it was really, really bad.
Big Boy LaCroix's in an ass-kicking movie. He's got himself that AC.
Yeah, he's just got that sitting in... Do you really think he can afford to keep that in his backpack right now? I mean, I guess he's still got Midas, but...
Yeah, he's just picked it up. I'm thinking he's probably waiting for Aegis to pop before he slots it.
Yeah, it's only got, like, 10 seconds until it goes under, so not a bad idea.
I have a question. Why do we keep giving CK the Aegis?
I think I guess a good question. I think it's honestly
Dire's
better
bottom
on
tower is
anyone
under
else,
attack.
really, at this point.
I think if
He's
we gave
tanky
it to
enough.
Axe, he could just dive ball in, go nuts, cast his spells, die. and
Yeah, you
come back.
already, as a default, can't really ignore Axe directly anyway.
Is it better now?
Yeah, you gotta put on that gamer lane. You gotta get close.
And make sure to put on your gamer reviewer on YouTube voice as well. This
What
could be
kind of
interesting.
generalized voice is that supposed to even sound like?
Hey guys, I'm here back with my coolest unboxing ever. Call of Duty, go fuck yourself.
You sound like a white Quandale Tinkle.
What are you going through?
About the same thing Grimstroke is, I think.
Oh.
This is very
Lena is
ambitious on
not
Marcy
happy right
parts.
She is
Lena is
really
yelling
committing.
at Marcy personal space.
Oh no, Viper messed up. Viper messed up big. He didn't get his ult off.
Yep, now he gets to right-click
Alright,
away.
that rebound movement speed is just like broken, dude.
Oh, bro.
Rut-row Raggy. Here comes Axe. He found his toys. He's gonna break them all. Heal's tanky though.
CK, it's the real one, but Dawnbreaker has arrived to die instantly.
Or has she?
Or maybe not.
Nope,
Hang on a
nope.
minute here.
Viper is being left to his own devices. CK and Axe are too tanky, and Omni is literally unkillable.
Axe just calling bladed in one of the PL illusions.
Marcy bought back. Is she gonna actually make it back to this fight in time?
Well, there's
Lena
not
also
gonna
bought
kill
back.
those PL illusions. He's going ham.
Viper, my man, drop a W,
He's
please.
hungry. He's eating.
Oh no, she hit the Ghost Scepter. She can't kill her.
He's eating. He is eating the dire heroes right now. He is having a feast.
Viper's going ham on the wrong target. He's trying to kill. Oh no.
PL just leaves Viper to the boys. Says,
Fed the
Omni
spree to
Knight,
Lena, that's
you have
not
read
good.
your last Bible today. You have
He
cast
hates that
your
Bible,
last
though.
spell.
He's all about those random old men.
Alright, I'm gonna slam out my verdict here if this is the end. That was a lot of misprioritized attacks there.
Yeah, that was a lot of attacks on illusions. That was a lot of attacks on Dawnbreaker after she had already used everything she has in the fight.
And not to mention, Viper was missing a few opportunities to get his abilities out at crucial points there. There's a point where he could have dropped his Nether Toxin right at the feet of those PL illusions and saved
These
CK.
are brave. They think that they can win right now.
Oh, wait a minute. He got baited with Ghost Scepter. He's gonna get blown the hell up. He's gone.
Yep, he's immediately dead.
Got ethereal bladed.
And
Lena
if you-
actually now at the top of the net worth charts.
If you see Lena pick up a Ghost Scepter, you need to build a Lincoln's and a BKB. Just putting that out
Can
there. If you
body
don't
block
build
with her
both,
attack.
you're asking for trouble.
Is Lena gonna shotgun someone else? You can give someone else the ethereal blade? Come on. Give it to him. Stick it to him. Shotgun's the PL illusion. I don't know if that's what we meant.
Viper's not willing to let this drop.
Oh, they're going for the ancient.
He's
blade.
buying for time. Wait, Axe is almost up. They're almost up.
Yep. Why are
Radiant's
they
actually having
betting
to pull
the
out here.
No way. Bro, how did they defend against that? They didn't even defend. They just wasted enough time. now they can-
Dawnbreaker ult again.
This might be
Omni
the-
died instantly. Ooh.
this is
Axe
looking
got the
like
taunt
the
off, but it's not
slowly
enough.
but
Gale's
surely.
just skirting him.
That evil is holding
They
these
need to
melee
keep Viper
chumps
alive.
in play.
Oh.
Hey, melee bros, where we going?
They need to do everything to keep that Viper alive, but he's dead, so this might be too late.
Lena ever
Axe
coming
was
back?
the going
He's
late again.
missing again! Oh my god, that's
Where is
sad.
Lena? Doesn't Lena have boots of travel?
Just
She
TP'd in.
does. Yeah.
Just
it's
TP.
yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Just go
attack.
in.
Oh my god, and he's dead. That's it.
That's a team wipe.
Wow, alright, you were right on this one.
GRaffe calls the
Honestly-
G's, and that's it from me.
Yeah.
I'll be
honestly.
taking your panel coins now, boys. Thank you very much for the
Panel
transaction.
coins.
Easy wins.
Sorry, I have mine converted into a new currency.
I'm
It's
sorry,
called,
I'll take that too, man. I'm broke right
Hey,
now. And I
it's
need
called
all the currency
Radiant
I can
Sucks
get.
coin. It's called Radiant Sucks
Got him.
coin.
Oh, what is the final verdict on that? Well, for starters, that was just a very good performance on Mikkel's part. You know, solid pause 1 player, definitely showing off the stuff here. You know, some of the people in LD2L have only really seen Mikkel as a pause 2 Season 13. But he's mostly a pause 1 player, and I think this is just a good showing of, you know, the pause 1 instincts, I think rubbing up against the 1 Viper here, in particular. I think the biggest block for GRS Laboratory in this game was mental. I think there's just a lot of times in this game where once, and let's just be real, this is a very bloody comp. You're gonna spill some of your own sometimes, right? I think there were a couple of points in the mid game where Axe and CK alike just got in their own head so hard about, well, I can't fight, I'm just gonna get eliminated immediately if I try and fight, and nobody else on the team was really under that impression, ended up getting knocked out there. GRaffe is recent conversion to support player. You can definitely see it happening here. I think his biggest issue in this particular game was just his positioning. There was just way too many fights that just start with Omni Knight is out front of everybody and he dies. Definitely, there is, because he's mostly a 3-player, 3 and 2. There's definitely a curve there for him to try and get out of his sort of, muscle memory, get out of his sort of instincts of where he's going to be at in fights, because he's definitely still positioning himself like a 3, but that's not what he's playing anymore. I think if they solved both of those problems, then this probably was a pretty good win for them, but because they just kept, it would just be kind of like the Crisis of Confidence just kept giving Grim Adventures time. Crisis of Confidence let Lena turn from the lowest net worth core to the highest net worth in the server, that's a big part of that.
I'd like to
My only
illustrate
advice,
on topic here.
draft more ranged heroes, Dyer.
Yeah.
I know the melee Mongols go ham when they get the snowball rolling and they get the moving, but the problem is that when you're not able to fully extend on the enemy side of the map, it hurts. It sucks.
I don't think
it starts to become a reversal situation very quickly.
I don't think the melee versus range dichotomy was really much of a deal here, because the thing about that is that's a big problem when you don't have the mobility, and not when you have the Marcy gymnastics, not when you have the CK pull, not when you have Axe always on the wings of the Blink Dagger, right? I think the melee versus range dichotomy, I think they, the way they itemized and the way they played around it, I don't think that was a problem here. I really do just kind of think it was they let the wrong people die so early on in the fights. And I think there was also a lot of, and this is the more unfortunate thing to say, there was a lot of getting fooled by the PL illusions, and that certainly did not help things. Like, in the very last, really decisive fight, we saw, Axe and CK both drop a lot of stuff, including Axe ult, on a PL illusion, and that was not good. Speaking of the Axe, the Culling Blade misses. They're kind of unfortunate. I mean, that's just going to happen to you sometimes. But hopefully, if Copeless runs that Axe again, the "Where is my Culling Blade" has now calibrated. We'll see what happens in Game 2.
Hold up, we haven't done this in a while, but I'd like to hand out a couple of awards here.
Now let's hold the awards for the end of Game 2, huh?
Come on, I gotta give at least one then.
Okay, you can give one award.
Warlock, my man, you get the Technical Decision Award. You got your ass pummeled in lane. You were hounded and chased and completely rubbed into the fucking dirt on this one, my man. You got focused so hard in each of these fights. You died in every encounter. You had basically no net worth. I don't know. Grimstroke did a little worse in terms of money, but at least he had the ult to lie back on. You couldn't just drop that solo in hopes of getting someone off of you. If you were going to die, you had to choose to die and not drop that ult. It's a tough call, but you had to stick that out, and it ended up working out really good once Lena came online.
That's true.
Props.
Man, and I'd also like to point out that GRaffe sitting here with the little 2 by this Omni Knight face, and I do think that does speak more, like I said, to sort of, he's still drumming on here. I know people are going to hear this and think that I'm just beating up the This Is Sparta guys again, and I'm just trying to shit on GRaffe, but no, it's like, this is the sort of stuff that's kind of important when you're shift and roll, so I'm going to be definitely making sure to point that out. I think, couple of better performances on GRaffe. This is probably smooth, but, that's just, like I said, what happens when you're transitioning. Let's see what happens in Game 2.